nous sommes où ce matin?
Le lac de Jablin.
Le lac de Jablin. Nous sommes au lac de Jablin, voilà. We're going to test this boat, a bigger version of the boat that's just over there, which is called a Silmaril. Yes, so it's a boat test in December with Christmas hats. It's a ridiculous thing to do.
Hey, Emmanuel. Ouais, vas-y, recule. C'est bon. Stop, 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 stop. Vas-y, merde, stop. Superbe. Yeah, let's say the starting point of the Silmaril was that I was in love with one of the boats designed by John C. Harris, which is the Chester Yawl. So that's why I asked François Vivier to design a 15-foot boat, making it a bit higher and wider, and including some water ballast tanks, of course, big watertight compartments. Chance phénoménale.
Oh, là, mais vraiment.
Le cul bordé de nouilles, on dit.
C'est ça, le cul bordé de nouilles.
Bon. Tu connais cette expression, Roger?
No, quoi?
Le cul bordé de nouilles.
The arse ringed with pasta.
Yeah, the ass ringed with pasta.
What he meant was that we were lucky with the weather. Okay.
Donc là, c'est le vide-vite.
Ouais.
C'est le vide-vite qui permet de vider le ballast.
Ouais, ouais. This is the self-bailer fitted to drain the water ballast tanks fitted to the boat.
Et sinon, s'il n'y a pas assez de vitesse, j'ai une pompe.
There's a pump to empty them too if the boat is going too slowly for the self-bailer.
Amusez-vous bien.
Ouais, merci.
Salut, au revoir.
Ouais, bah oui, c'est un peu difficile. Vivier ID to have the pivoting.
The pivoting centre plate you can also pull out. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's very clever.
Yes.
So once it's down, the rope holds it down. Because I've had my plate get jammed on beaches. It's really annoying.
Yeah, it's a pain. With this system, anytime I come to a beach that I know is going to be a problem, I take it
You just
off.
take it out.
Before,
Yeah.
exactly.
Really
Before
clever.
landing.
Yeah, because that's a big disadvantage of centerboards.
Yeah.
This is a light but very effective cruising dinghy. That's the intention, and a slightly larger version of the other one that's just over there with the cream hull. For comparison, this picture shows a Silmaril next to the type of dinghy I have, an Allure. She is the same length but slightly narrower, whereas the enlarged Silmaril is the same beam but rather longer. And the clever thing about these is that they have water ballast. The moment we don't have the water ballast in, but there is
140 liters.
140 litres, so that's 140 kilograms. That's
Exactly.
perfect. Of ballast, which you can have or not have as you want. So that converts this rather slim hull into something very effective in rough water. When I went to Holland last year, the Silmaril was in some very rough weather, and it always turned up in the evening. I was always thinking that's never going to survive. So I hadn't realised at that stage it had water ballast, and then suddenly I thought, that's the reason. Yes, it's not this little light, slender boat that I had thought. It's actually got this secret weapon.
The water ballast is making the boat self-righting, or almost self-righting. So when the boat is lying on the water, you just have to give an impulse, and then it just goes right up.
Yeah.
So it's very, very good for safety.
So you've tested that?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
We did.
In
You
the
got
summer.
someone else to test it.
Of course. I
You
was-
stood on the bank and took
I
the
was filming.
photographs.
I
Oh,
was
of course you were.
Donc Jean-Marie, il a exactement le même bateau, sauf
Ouais,
que
ouais.
c'est 10% de moins.
Emmanuel explained that the boat I was sailing in was 10% larger in every dimension than the standard Silmaril.
Il est encore chaud.
Pas beaucoup, pas vraiment chaud. The coffee wasn't very hot. Emmanuel's thermos was obviously a bit dodgy. Testing. Okay, just jibing, all standing.
Moi j'aime bien. Je
But
préfère
yes,
la prendre à la main pour amortir un peu.
oui. Mais on peut faire ça. Parce que ça, c'est l'avantage. I should be speaking English. That's the advantage of the balanced lug. You can just, couldn't do that in my boat. Jibing is always rather difficult in my boat. Yeah. And passes very nicely in front of me, is the way it is in the boat. Yeah. Sitting back here, how do I reach the centre plate? I don't.
From here?
From here. Yeah, well, I can haul it down, but I can't haul it up.
No, you have to.
Or does it just float up?
This would.
It does once it gets to a certain point.
Yeah, because it floats.
Yeah, but it needs to just be given a little push.
Yeah, exactly.
But you could have another control line.
Of course.
A bit windy now, so we shall try jibing in this wind and just see what happens. This is when we capsize. We won't capsize, I'm sure we won't. Right, finish it.
Oh, it's not nice.
It is now very cold. I think that's yes, it's now very cold. I had seen the smaller Silmaril being rowed, so I was interested to know how the larger one would row. So it should row well, and you can row to. Oh, there's nowhere to sit though here.
Yeah, there is a removable.
There is somewhere to sit sometimes.
Yeah. There is a
yes,
trough.
I can see the things there. Yeah.
But I didn't finish it yet. And I'm not sure I'm going to put it on. Maybe I'll design a small, compact sit.
So that would work. Yeah.
Sit on it.
Yeah. So the boat is designed that it can be rowed by two people rowing with two sets of oars if you wish, and there is stowage for the oars as well beside the centerboard case. No, well, I always used to think, because I'd sailed with a balanced, because we call this a balanced lug in English, and I had sailed with one on the Norfolk Broads, and I liked it very much, but I never thought it was a rig for a seagoing boat. Until I came across your skerries, people sailing skerries saying, oh, it works really well. And then I saw how quickly they could reef.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe I've been wrong about balanced lug sails. I am sometimes wrong. I know it's hard to believe.
No, but what's nice also is that if you're going downwind, you keep a very good shape. The maximum shape of the sail.
Yes, no, exactly. It doesn't. You don't have this twist
Yeah.
that I have.
Going upwind, I think there's not much difference. But then downwind, yes.
Yeah. Right, we're going to tack now. Still haven't done that yet. I've been just jibing all the time. So I just leave that sheet. Don't need to hook it and unhook it or anything ridiculous like that. Look at that. Why doesn't everyone have a rig like this? So that doesn't lead into the ballast tank.
No.
Oh, I see. The ballast tank goes to there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's just storage. Oh, I see. So it's
Storage
just
or-
absolutely in the middle of the tank.
It's about
So it's sort of this as far as your foot.
yeah, it's about that, and
Yeah.
it goes all the way up to here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Okay. And obviously to there. Oh, right. Yeah. So it is where you want the weight to be in the centre of the boat.
Exactly.
That's extraordinary. That's 140 kilograms. Just that amount of water.
Yeah. 70 liters in each.
Yeah. Emmanuel explained that the space above the water ballast tank and all the way up to the mast was 2 meters long and designed for 2 people to sleep aboard either side of the centerboard case. And this was one of the reasons to make the larger Silmaril, to create a boat that was very comfortable for 2 people to sleep aboard. Emmanuel is going to fit a bowsprit to carry a jib as well as a mizzen mast to carry a mizzen sail to Vita Brevis, the enlarged Silmaril. So it will look a little bit like the first prototype Silmaril with the extra sails. That's why the single sail looks maybe a little small on the boat if you compare it with the single sail on the other Silmaril as they cross tacks. The bigger Silmaril isn't intended simply to have a single sail, unlike Polaris here, which is designed for this simple and practical rig. What's very impressive about Arwen Marine boats is that they always come with very efficient reefing systems. You can see this sail on Polaris has 3 deep reefs. The brown-hulled boat just coming into view is a dory plume, which was an early kit by the magazine Le Chasse-Marée. The other boat is a Viola sailing canoe. Emmanuel shared with me some photographs of the construction of a Silmaril. The boats are made using a streamlined system of stitch and glue, rather like an old mirror dinghy, and this makes them very fast to build. You can put a hull together in just a couple of days. So the Silmaril is a very cost-effective boat to build and to buy. You can see on the foredeck the fittings to take a running bowsprit. Je pense que j'ai des belles images de ton bateau. Voilà. C'est magnifique, le soleil, la lumière, voilà.
Oui, et puis
Pas des autres bateaux sur le lac. Pas de bruit, pas de distraction. C'est magnifique.
So you can be deserving of the rest that you are given. You gotta slow down, look around you, son. Give a lot and live a little, work with what you got. Brightness looks big where you're going. Truth cannot be hidden. You gotta get